Okay, so please help me welcome our next participant to the stage. This is Bob Malaya, U.S. Business Leads at Shopic.
Good day, everybody. Good day. My name is Bob Malaya. I'm the U.S. Business Lead for Shopic. Really excited to be here and share my story with you. Shopic is a startup based in Tel Aviv. We are making a major push into the U.S. market right now, and we have a goal. It's a noble goal. Our goal is to reinvent the way customers shop from the moment they enter a store until the moment they leave. Wrong slide.
You're going backwards. Hit the...
No. There it is. Okay, here we are. Back on track. Thank you. I'm sure everyone on the stage and everyone in the audience is familiar with this scene, particularly at busier locations and at certain times of the year. Long lines are just something that we've become accustomed to. It should be noted that customer experience levels are measured at their absolute lowest when a customer enters a store and can't buy a couple items without waiting at an unreasonably long line. In fact, 1 out of 10, studies show that 1 out of 10 customers will walk out, abandon their items or their cart, and not make a purchase when faced with long lines. And what does this mean? This translates to a loss of billions of dollars a year for retailers. But what if I could take out my device, my mobile device, scan the items that I want to purchase, pay for them wherever I happen to be in the store, and leave the store without waiting in any line whatsoever? That's exactly the tested and mature solution that Shopic offers to our clients' customers. But beyond just eliminating lines, just think about the insights that we can give our clients about the data not previously available of their customers in-store, and the actual in-store shopping process. We can engage clients with upsell opportunities that never were previously available because clients are scanning as they shop and we're engaging with them during that in-store process. So it's scan as you shop, pay anywhere that you happen to be, and leave without waiting in line. And that's the process that we offer. It has to be mentioned that the biggest perceived obstacle in mobile self-checkout is shrinkage, which is loss based on theft or customer error. Until now, there hasn't been a software solution to address this, but Shopic has created a very sophisticated algorithm that measures customers' behavior, not just at checkout, but during the shopping experience. By thousands of data points, we evaluate that data and we just simply identify abnormalities. And when we identify an abnormality, we flag that transaction for further assistance by a store associate. It's a machine learning tool, so it gets smarter and smarter. And Shopic believes that this is not only a competitive advantage for Shopic, but this is a game changer in point of sale. A little bit about us. We work with 3 of the largest retailers in Israel. Toys R Us, I'm sure you're familiar with the logo. Shufersal, their largest supermarket. This is data on Shufersal, 300 locations, $6 billion in revenue. And Home Center, their largest do-it-yourself store. Currently, we occupy over 1 million square feet of retail space that we're live in, and our SDK is installed on over 200,000 customers' mobile devices. I have a live demo in my pocket. If anyone wants to see the future of shopping live later on or want to talk about partner opportunities, please tap me on the shoulder. Again, I'm Bob Malaya, and this is Shopic.
All right, thank you.
So I have a question. What is, can you talk a little bit more about how this theft prevention product piece works?
Sure. Basically, it's not unlike what major credit card companies do to identify fraud in mass amounts of data. Of course, our data sets are different. Our proprietary algorithms are completely different. But we've built this system that can simply, it looks at thousands of pieces of data, and it builds patterns, and it could find abnormalities in a shopping pattern. And we flag those to be identified as either correct or incorrect, and the machine gets smarter and smarter in time. We're actually live with that at Shufersal, but we've been live for about a week in a beta version, so I don't have metrics for you. But our goal is not to eliminate theft or eliminate shrinkage. It's simply to keep shrinkage at its current level or less. So if we could implement mobile self-checkout and decrease shrinkage, that would be a huge win for us, and that's why we call it a game changer.
So how does the payment process work in the app?
Oh, we just simply integrate with our client's existing payment gateway.
And what about the point of sale system that's actually would be at the physical register? How do you tie in with their back end?
We certainly do. We have an open API, naturally. Truth be told, everybody does things a little bit differently, so that's the integration portion. So we made it as simple as possible.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Yeah, can you walk through how it's actually used in the store? So, because someone walks in, they see a long line, then they pull out their phone, open your app, and then...
Sure. With Shoot4Sell, for example, it's not the Shopic app. It's their mobile app powered by Shopic, so it's white labeled. So Shoot4Sell has amazing signage. You just click a QR code, download their app, and you could shop in the store, pay from wherever you happen to be. On the way out at Shoot4Sell, you go to a kiosk, get a printed receipt, and leave. No lines whatsoever.
So do people use this primarily as their normal checkout process, or is it only in cases where the lines are long?
No, people are using this as their normal checkout process.
What's the adoption rate? What percentage of transactions go this way rather than normal point of sale lane?
I don't have exact metrics for you. That depends on, we have metrics, but it depends on the time of day, time of year, seasonal, that sort of thing. So, and every client's different. Grocery is different than apparel. We have an apparel solution where our kiosk actually lets the user remove the RFID tag and only remove it from items that they paid for. If they try to remove it from items they haven't paid for, it simply won't remove the tag. So the adoption rates in apparel are completely different than grocery.
And then, so how do you update the data between the store management system and your application? Is that done real-time basis, or is it a batch job every night?
No, it's done in real time. And in fact, we even have a management app that we can give to managers in the store so they can see who's buying what in the store in real time. So when it comes to, again, with apparel, clienteling becomes even easier because you could see who's scanning what and approach those people in the store.
So can it actually track the shopper through the store? Like they stopped at this end cap dwell time, for example?
Yeah,
Does it
it could,
track
well,
like that?
you know, every item in a store has a location aisle. So as people scan items, that's how we typically can follow them through the store.
Pinged.
You don't do any kind of audit control, like somebody leaving the store?
Any kind of what?
Auditing?
Oh, you mean in terms of preventing theft
Like,
and loss
yes,
and such?
yes.
Well, typically our kiosk, which is a small kiosk, plug-and-play kiosk, is located at the exit of the store, where there's typically where the self-checkouts are in grocery, so there's already security attention there, or at the exit doors in apparel where there's alarms and such.
So, but I mean, do you recommend store personnel do occasional audits or not?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then also, well, I lost my train of thought on that. I'm sorry.
Well, I think one of the keys, it sounds like, is that the stores are really committed for the signage, to help signing it, to push their white label,
Yes.
to get it going, and to train the customers to use it appropriately.
Exactly. User adoption obviously is key in our business model. So we actually have, again, depending on the business model, we have process flows to help get user adoption as high as we can.
So where do you see the reseller community here helping you in that whole
There's a lot of
cycle?
partner opportunities with Shopic. There's a payment commission that can be paid on a sale, and depending on a partner's involvement in the integration, there's a tremendous amount of opportunity there. There's also an opportunity for residual income on a transaction basis. We have a transactional pricing model. So it's bespoke for every partner because it depends on the client, number of locations, and volume. But typically, there could be a very lucrative residual income opportunity working with Shopic.
And it only is in-store, right? It's not out-store? Or...
This is in-store only.
Okay.
Yep.
Have you thought about doing the full circle? Or?
Right now, this is what we're focused on.
Okay.
Yeah, in-store.
So are you, you put a couple logos of, 3 logos of big companies. Are you focused on the larger organization, or are you looking to go down to tier 3, tier 4?
Yes, we are very scalable. Tier 1 and 2 is terrific, but below that, it's a very scalable solution. So even chains with a small amount of stores can find this to be a practical solution. One or two stores that are 1 or 2 locations, simply not big enough for our solution.
Are there any markets that you'd rather not do it in? Any retail markets? You know, depending on what their business is?
Yeah, we fit in grocery, we fit in consumer goods, department stores. We don't fit into food, restaurants, fast food. It's just not a fit.
Okay. One more question?
So you're saying from the pricing model, you've got a per store potentially and transaction, or how do you
Yeah,
collect
we
the money
have
from-
a software as a service model, so it would be per store per month, per location per month, or a transactional based model where there's a minimum, but it's based on transaction.
Okay. All right. Well,
Thank you
thank you
very
very
much.
much.